everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about my business goals. It has been a long time since I've done a video updating you guys on my business goals, and I know I said that I would do them every month, but unfortunately it hasn't worked out that way and I kind of fell off doing videos in general. But I'm back and I want to get back on track to show you what I use for my business goals and what's been going on so far since, I believe it's probably since, I don't know, March, April-ish, I think was the last time, but never here nor there. We're gonna get into it. So let's backtrack a little bit. So for my business goals, I've never been one to really write down my goals. This year, well actually last year, when over COVID in September, I came across the planner community and fell down a rabbit hole of tons of different tools that I could use for planning, goal planning, planning my week, day, whatever have you. So I came across the Cultivate What Matters PowerSheets, and I said, you know what, maybe I need something that will be able to help me with my goals, because even though I would write them down on a piece of paper, I would write them on a piece of paper and I would lose that piece of paper, or write them in a notebook and that notebook would be somewhere in my house. I never really, you just place it and you go, and you never really looked at it. And I needed something that was going to provide me a little bit more structure to where I can get clear on what it is that I want to accomplish. So I've been using my PowerSheets for the past year, and even though I haven't done any videos, I have been still working in my PowerSheets, and they're actually right here in front of me now. And so I can definitely say I'm getting a little better with it. With going in, it always seems like this year has flown by, and trying to figure out, okay, when am I going to work on them and fill it out? But it's slowly getting better. It's the small steps and it's the progress that I've been making. So let's talk about my goals. So first, let's talk about the good of my goals. So one of the things that I wanted to do this year was I wanted to launch my signature service, which is the Everyday Icon private coaching program, which is a program for highly visible working professionals who want to update and create and build an image for themselves so that they can position themselves for success. So far to date, I have launched it two times, I believe, this year. The good thing is, even though I haven't taken on any clients yet, I have been able to at least begin the process of what it feels like to actually create a marketing campaign and make adjustments when needed. It's not that it's supposed to be perfect, and it may take a while before I get clients, but it still I'm still able to figure out what I need to do. If I need to make changes with my live streams or my content, I'm able to kind of do that and really put myself out there a little bit more. So that is one of the good things, and I'm actually now working on my next launch, which will be in the end of September. So it really does keep me focused on that. Number two, even by doing the PowerSheets every month, I'm learning to be okay where I currently am in my business. I always thought that I would see business coaches and wardrobe stylists and other image consultants, and they were so far ahead, and I wanted to be there, and I was trying to get there faster than what I was supposed to. We'll say that. And what I've realized is, through the entire process of working on my goals, that it's okay to be currently right where I'm at, because it's right where I'm supposed to be, because I am working through my process. And everybody's process is different. Some goals I meet, some goals I don't meet. So being okay with where I currently am right now. Another good thing for me is that I've become, because one of the other things is I wanted to become consistent with social media. I have become a little bit more consistent with going live, especially during the marketing campaigns. I go live maybe a minimum of 4 times a week during the process. So if it's 3 weeks, I'm going live 4 times that week. That also allows me to become a little more comfortable with being on camera, and it allows me to put myself out there and my content out there for others to find. So those are the good that I have accomplished. So now let's talk about the not so good, because if you talk about the good, you also have to talk about the bad as well. I still struggle with being consistent with social media. And when I mean social media, I mean posting on Facebook, posting on Instagram, and of course, as you can see, posting on YouTube. I still struggle with that. That is, once I'm able to conquer that, I think I will be a lot better off and be able to better position myself. Some of the things that happen to me is I wait until the last minute. I didn't have a plan at all for social media. And what I'm learning is that in order for it to stick and to work and for people to find me, I have to be consistent and I have to show up, not only for my clients who are waiting for me, but also for myself. So being able to show up in a way that, even though it doesn't have to be good, but just as the fact that I'm betting on myself and I'm showing up. So one of the things that I am doing now is I'm planning out for September, and I might plan out for October as well, but I'm not going to go fast. I'm going to do it at my speed, even if that means a month at a time, to at least come up with a posting schedule for me that I can actually stick with. I can't stick with 3 to 4 times a day or 3 or 4 times a week. So maybe it might be twice a week on social media, once a week. That is the goal for YouTube, and learning to utilize the tools that I have. So going in and scheduling, like now I'm recording this podcast. I mean, not podcast, I did that this morning. I am recording this video, which you will see, and it will be scheduled to post for next week. So today is the 29th, so you will see it next Sunday, which will be, I think, September 3rd, or I think it's September 5th, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I will have it scheduled and planned out. And also learning to figure out what it is that I want to talk about and to make sure that I have things ready to go for me. Number 2, even though I did launch twice so far this year, I dropped the ball, especially this last time. Life happens. And when life happens, push things to the side. So what I'm learning is I have to realize that no matter what happens or what life brings my way, I still have to perform, and I still have to come up and do whatever it is that I need to do, because this is my business. This is my baby. This is something that I was given and entrusted with, and I have to still continue on no matter how tired I get, no matter how busy I might get, that I have to do that. So going back to that is what I'm also learning, and this is probably a good thing as well. I am learning that your planning as a whole, even goal planning, are your boundaries. It's a way to set boundaries for yourself, because no one is going to make this work except for me. So being able to say, no, I can't do this, and learning to say, I have to focus on this, that will help me get to where I want to go. Dropping the ball and making sure that that does not happen again means making sure that I write out the days that I'm going to go live, making sure that my content is scheduled so that can automatically post, which will also help with me being last minute. And number 2, planning in advance. So for September, I'm planning now so that I can go ahead maybe the week before I actually start the launch and schedule everything out and have everything written out that I need. As always, this is a journey, and it is my journey to go upon. And there are going to be some pitfalls. I'm going to fail, but I have to learn. And the great thing that I like about the goals and creating them is that I can actually see how far I've come. And I've definitely come a long way. This time last year, I wasn't even thinking or worried about launching anything or putting together a plan so that I could do it. And then also just being able to take my goals and planning them out so that I can see the growth and the improvement as time goes on. So if you fail to plan, as they say, you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And I don't want to fail, and I'm tired of being in the back seat and not reaching and accomplishing what I need to accomplish. So even though I still struggle with a few things, I am still progressing no matter how fast or how far I have. And if anything that I would want to leave with you guys today is, even if it's just one small win, if it's going live for 15 minutes or getting your first consultation call or selling your first product, no matter what it is, a win is still a win. No matter how many not so goods that happened, that one win is still a win. And I hope that one win will still give you what you need, the fuel that you need to continue going. Because if you can do one win, then the next time you'll have two, the next time you'll have three, and it'll snowball and snowball on. So I hope that this is helpful. And let me know in the comments how you're doing with your yearly goals, no matter what they are, if it's for business, if it's for personal. Let me know how you're doing with your goals and what you use to keep track of your goals. So with all of that, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I will talk to you guys next week in the next video. Stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day, guys.